something. God does not base grace on seniority. I'll say that again. I'm going to rewind that thing. I said, God does not base grace on seniority. Some of y'all think you're better because you've been here longer. I wish I had a witness here. You see, some of you have been saved too long. You've been saved so long, your salvation done got on to you. You've been saved so long that new believers get on your nerve. You've been saved so long that when folk run around the church, jump, dance, scream, and shout, you sit there looking around like ain't nothing going on. But the reason you look at them like ain't nothing going on, because you've been saved too long. I wish I had a witness here. You gotta understand, whether you came in at the 3rd hour, the 6th hour, the 9th hour, the 11th hour, it don't matter when you came in the kingdom, because when you came in the kingdom, guess what it was? It was a day of grace. It was an hour of mercy, because if he hadn't pulled up and said, get in with me, we go to the vineyard, you'd still be standing in your mess. Something else I think I've learned. They came in the 3rd hour, 6th hour, the 9th hour, the 11th hour. Here's something else I think I learned. And that it's never too late.
Amen. All right.
You know, I don't know who I'm trying to preach to this morning, but I need to tell somebody it's never too late. It don't matter whether or not you had 3 kids before you were 19. All right. It's never too late. It doesn't matter if this is your 3rd marriage. It's never too late. It don't matter if this is your 7th church. It's never too late, because God says I can step in your life and I can call you whatever hour I want to call you. And guess what? It don't matter what they think about the folks at the 3rd hour. It took the same amount of grace to get me at the 11th hour than it did at the 3rd hour. Touch your neighbor and tell him it's never too late. Tell him it's only a matter of time. God is getting ready to turn it around. God's getting ready to fix it. God is getting ready to heal it. God is getting ready to restore it. I heard the prophet Joel say that God is getting ready to restore the years that the cankerworm, the palmer worm, and the locust have eaten up. God is getting ready to turn it around. It's never too late. Here's something else I think I've learned. I gotta get out. God can shock the best of us with his grace. Tell you the truth, you done seen the Lord working some folks and it done shocked you. I'm talking about, he used to be on crack. She used to be on alcohol. He used to be a gangbanger. She used to be a prostitute. And now look what the Lord has done. Won't his grace just shock you? Have you ever been away from some folk and then you saw them again? The last time you saw them, they were in the world, but the next time you saw them, they were in the kingdom. I wish y'all heard me. Doesn't his grace just have a way of shocking you? They were shocked by the grace of this landowner. And they were so shocked and they were offended by grace. Some of us are offended by the grace of God. Oh, I know some of y'all got your religious regalia on today, but the truth is, you didn't get offended by the grace that God has given you.
You show him. I'm gonna whoop you.
They said, you ain't right.
That's what they say.
I wish y'all heard me. Can't you hear him say, you ain't right? This morning, somebody else. So many people are so jealous and so small-minded. Because you got your eyes on what the Lord is doing for somebody else. And what they should have been doing. They should have been having a grace party. Instead of having a pity party. They should have been having a grace party. Because they were all hired by grace. Here's what they forgot. They forgot that at the beginning of the day, that nobody wanted to be bothered with him. The landowner came by and said, Yeah, they had some sweat on the brow, but they had money in their pocket. And they started feeling pretty good about themselves because somebody wanted them. But remember, at the beginning of the day, remember, nobody wanted to be bothered. And understand that they were all broke at the same time. Instead of fussing and instead of cussing, they should have been praising the Lord. Instead of talking about what I do not have, they should have threw their hands up and said, Lord, I thank you for what you've done me in my life. And I've come by just to tell somebody that this is a day in the life of grace. Somebody here knows what God has done in your life. Is there one witness here that can testify that I was down and he picked me up? Is there anybody here that was down in the dumps and the Lord picked you up and then turned you around? I'm a witness today that I wasn't fit to live and I wasn't fit to die, but I thank the Lord for his grace. Grace.